Okay, so in this lecture we will discuss about the quantitative type of the forecasting method, and already we discussed in this particular lecture, means in previous lecture we discussed about the what is the forecasting means the prediction of the future demand, that is you can say the forecasting. Okay, so that part, there is the two type of the method to do the forecasting, that is the qualitative and quantitative. So qualitative, there is the Delphi method, survey type of the method, and when we use the qualitative type of the thing, when the historical data is not present. If historical data is not present, then you need to use the some report, you need to use the some survey work, and as well as you need to do the Delphi method, means Delphi method you need to apply for the prediction of demand of that particular product. And when it is applicable, when your product development means newly develop any product, then you need to go for the qualitative type of the thing, because historical data is not present. So that is the part of the qualitative, and we already discussed in detail about the qualitative method. Now the next point is the quantitative. In quantitative, there is the means how you will be identify which type of the method is suitable for a particular product demand prediction. Okay, so there you need to draw the like time series graph you need to make. Okay, and that particular graph will show you which type of the method is suitable. Okay, there maybe you will found the graph that is the trend type. Okay, means continuously the demand of that particular product is increasing, that is the trend, and may be decreasing. Okay, so that is the trend, continuously increment and the decrement, that is the trend. And there is the next you will get the graph, that is the seasonal type, means in particular season the production of that particular, or you can say the demand of that particular product is very high. So that is the seasonality type of the product, and the graph will be like that as present in this slide. And the next thing, the cyclic, means every product have a one cycle, product development cycle, as we discussed, means here after some maturity every product, the sale and the demand will be decline. Okay, so that is represent here. Okay, so suppose there is the one product of the Maruti 800, assume that after 6-7 years that particular product demand is decline, because new product is come in the market, and like competitive means in the competitive market, there another company will launch the good product in minimum cost, that is the one maybe result. So their cyclic pattern is generally follow in such type of the product. The next is the random, there we don't know what will be the demand, exact demand of the future, and there is the continuously variation you will found in the time series, means time with respective demand graph you will found the continuously variation. So that is the random type of the thing. So how to deal with the and how to find out the forecasting and demand of future, that is nothing but the forecasting. So that's we already discussed. I just try to recap all the things so you can understand if any student missing the class. Okay, so as represented here, the demand in July, August and September is provided in this particular numerical, and you need to find out the what is the forecast and what is the demand in the October month, that is the future prediction. So here just you need to take average. If you taking the average of all these 3 months, then you will get the some value, that is nothing but the app October, means October month demand. So that is the means in this method just you need to take the average of all the previous data, or you can say the previous month demand. Okay, so the average will tell you what will be the future demand. But this particular type of the method is applicable when you got a graph between the time and the demand is random. Okay, their randomness is available there, means at a particular center line their variation you will get, like here represented in this particular slide. Just wait. Okay, just okay. So here you can see what will be the means if you got a graph like that, here means you can see there continuously, means a variation you will found in every month. Okay, so there you can take average of all this reading, and maybe your forecasting will be accurate if you take this simple average method. But the next point, if continuously increase demand, like here mentioned, the time and sale, they're continuously increment. So take a moving average, means apply the moving average method here, means you need to take a three month data, or you can take the 5 month data. So if you take a 3 month data, means 3 month recent data, then it is a 3 period moving average. If you take a 5 month data, then it is a 5 period, means 5 period moving average. Here means you need, means I just define period as a month, you can define period as a year also. So it's depend, okay, product to product, it's depend which type of the product means, and what is the time duration of your particular forecasting you want to do. So that depend on all those things. So here you just add all the 5 month demand and divided by 5, you will get the future demand. So here 5 month means 5 period moving average. In 3 period you will take the recent 3 data divided by 3, and you will get the 48. That is the means 3 period moving average forecasting. By using the 3 period moving average, if you do the forecasting, then you will get the value is the 48. The next app July, there means there is the 2 period, then just add 2 value and you will get the forecasting. The next issue is like that, if there is the trend type of the thing, okay, when you draw the graph, time between the sale and time between the demand, and you got a straight line upward, and you can say there is the upward trend, in that condition also this moving average is not suitable. Why? Because the recent data is more related. If I talk about the June data, that contribute more for the forecasting, means that is the general and the rational thing. If I means what will be the demand of August month, or you can say the October month, then you consider you give the weightage more to the recent month. Okay, so I will give more weightage to August month, then I can predict more precisely for the October, okay, for the October demand. So that is the thing. So that's why there is the one more method is come into provided by the scientists, that is the weighted moving average method. Here you can see, in the weighted moving average, you need to give weightage to your previous, means historical data. So here the weightage is given like that. There is the January demand you need to predict, okay, this is the one numerical. So here weightage I give more to the December month, okay. So 0.5 I gave to the December month, 0.3 I gave the November month, and 0.2 I gave the October month. Then I got a reading, that is the 499, and that prediction is the weighted base, or you can say the weighted moving average method. On the basis of the weighted moving average method, their demand is 499. So that is, means you can say more accurate if there is the trend type of the thing between the when I draw the graph between the you can say the time and sale, and I got a trend, continuous increment trend, then also this thing is useful. But again, there is the revision is there in each method. Why? Because on what basis I provided that particular weightage. There are a lot of method regarding to that is not in our syllabus, but on what basis I provide 0.5, 0.3, 0.8, and 0.5 if I provide to December month, is it means optimum, or there is any particular method so I can predict more accurately, and I can give the weightage, means some amount of the weightage to each historical data. So if I speak, means there is a lot of, means suppose I assume that there is also September demand is also available there, means previous 5-6 month demand is also available. Why I am not giving the weightage of those demand? That is also one point. So in that condition, there is the one more method, that is the exponential smoothing method. Okay, so is there, means everything is clear related to simple average method and moving average and the weighted moving average class? Is there any doubt regarding to these three methods? Okay, so I just recap all the things, because if there are any doubt, then it will be clear. So that's why. I recap all the thing. Now this is also weighted moving average, and here just you need to put weightage. Okay, 0.5 into 970, 0.3 into 860, 0.2 into 750, and you will get the some number. That magical number is nothing but the, you can say, the demand of that particular product, that is the 893. So that all are the weighted moving average method. Now the next point, exponential smoothing method. So here means in exponential smoothing method we include all the data point. Okay, there if I see the previous method, that weighted moving average, there I consider three period data. If I consider this moving average, there also I consider the 3-month data, 5-month data. Okay, here also I consider all the data, but it is not accurate. It is accurate for the random variation. So the next point, include all the data, because some amount of the relevance you will found related to all historical data. Okay, so include all the data point, that is the exponential smoothing method. Then weighted recent observation, means if recent observation is there, means what is 2-day forecasting. I have 2-day forecasting and I know what is the demand today. Okay, after ending this day, I know, okay, what is the demand of today. Okay, I will know. So in that condition, you can say you need to give more weightage. You need to give more weightage to recent time and recent month or recent year, whatever the unit you use in the numerical. There you need to give more weightage. So weight recent observation much more heavily than the very old observation. The next point means give more weight, much more weight to recent data. Give more weight to the recent data, and that weight continuously and exponentially reduce when your data getting old. So here you can see the weightage, the x means y-axis show the weightage of a particular data, and this is the data duration, the time period, you can say. So if I talk about this is the recent month data. If I take a unit of time period, that is a month, then that is the recent data. So here this is the recent data, then give more weightage to this recent. Okay, so this is the recent, give more weightage. So suppose assume that the weightage of the recent data is alpha. Okay, assume that rated, or you can say the weight of the recent data is alpha. Okay, so here I give more weight to the recent data, very high level of the weight. Then assume that the weight of the older data will reduce exponentially. Okay, so what will be the last month? Okay, suppose assume that this is the our means August month is going on, and there August is going on. So July month, this is the July month, and there I gave the weightage is the alpha, and this is the June month, and here I will give the exponentially reduce. So alpha 1 minus alpha, that is the means weight of this June month. Again I reduce the 1 month, and here this data is the May related, and here the weight will be alpha 1 minus alpha square. Exponentially reduced weightage of particular past data is exponentially reduced. You can see here 1 minus alpha cube. Okay, so is there any doubt, class, how to give weightage in exponentially smoothing method? Is there any doubt? Class, am I audible properly? Okay, so this is the method of giving the weight of the recent data, and the weight continuously decrease when there is the older observation, older data, and how it will be reduced, and what is the process of the reduce. Exponentially you need to reduce. Okay, so here alpha 1 minus alpha, that is the exponentially reduction. Then you can see in the next means the next previous data, that is the May month data, there you will found the alpha 1 minus alpha square. So it is reduced like that. Okay, so I just try to make a one derivation so you can understand all these things. So just wait. Okay, so here suppose assume that the recent time period forecasting is FT, means I need to forecast for August month. For August month forecasting, what I need to do, this is the give the weightage means alpha, and what is the demand in my previous means July month. So that is the dt minus 1. Can I write like that, class? Class? Okay, is there any doubt? Then please ask me, because one question means in university exam one question definitely will be asked on the basis of the exponential smoothing method. Okay, so here suppose I want to forecast of this particular month, that is the August month, then is equal to, I can write alpha is the weightage. Exponential, in exponential smoothing the weightage is shows by alpha, means recent data weightage is the alpha. So alpha into what is the demand in my previous month, that is the means previous month means dt minus 1. This is the current forecast, so dt minus 1 is the my previous month demand. Okay, so previous month demand is I mention here, that is the dt minus 1 plus what will be the next, what I will write next, can you suggest, class? Class, can you suggest? What? Okay, so I give weightage to the, are you getting my point? I give weightage here to the my previous month data. Next, previous to previous, what I need to put as a weightage, means this is the July month data. Okay, there I put the alpha is the weightage. What I need to put weight for June month. For June month, what will be the weightage? Are you getting my point? Please tell me. Here I just explain all the thing. If I reduce the month, the time duration, then the weightage is like that. For 1 month reduction, the weight is alpha 1 minus alpha. If again reduce, then alpha 1 minus alpha. In decreasing time period, the weightage is like that. Okay, so you can say what will be the next, class? 1 minus alpha. Okay, no, it is alpha 1 minus alpha, that is the weightage na for last month. Here mention just, are you getting my point, class? Okay, so can I write alpha 1 minus alpha, and that weightage I will give to dt minus 2. Can I write like that? Okay, the next, what will be the next, class? Good, very good. Alpha 1 minus alpha square dt minus 3. Okay, so like that I will get the formula, and here I will put the value, then I will get the what is the forecasting. So okay, the next point, if I want to do the exponential smoothing, and if I want to apply this exponential smoothing method, then I need to consider all the previous data. So that all the previous data may be not available with the industry. Okay, with the that particular production plant, service industry, that data may be not available. So in that condition, I just try to simplify this thing. Alpha for dt minus 1 plus, if I take a common 1 minus alpha, then alpha dot dt minus 2 plus alpha 1 minus alpha dt minus 3 plus dash dash dash. Okay, so this is the means just I take 1 minus alpha common, and this is the new formula. Now the next point, can you tell me class, what will be by using the exponential smoothing method, what will be the forecast for ft minus 1 month? Can you tell me what will be the forecast for ft minus 1 month? Are you getting my point? What is the forecast for ft minus 1 month? Can you write formula, and can you suggest me what will be the formula for ft minus 1? Class, good, good, good. Then good, good, you are right, but there one means you continuous this type of the formula, there continuously means you will get the weightage na. So can you tell me alpha dt minus 2 plus what will be the next? Am I audible, class? Okay, so can you tell me what will be the formula for ft minus 1? What will be the formula? No one is no. Wait. Yes, yes. Yes, just means one student told your classmate just suggest me, just wait, okay, there will be alpha dt minus 2, okay, plus what will be the next, class? Alpha 1 minus alpha dt minus 3. You will get formula like that, class, for ft minus 1. Are you okay? So now this is the ft minus 1 is equal to this particular alpha dot dt minus 2 plus alpha 1 minus alpha dt minus 3. So can I put ft minus 1 here? Can I put? Class? Okay, so this is the very simple formula now. ft means the demand of means recent month is if you want to predict what will be the demand in August month, that is the ft is equal to alpha dt minus 1, means you need to know demand of previous month, okay, plus 1 minus alpha f t minus 1. So this is the way to solve numerical. By using this particular formula we will solve the numerical. Here means for predicting the October forecasting, I need to know what is the demand in my last month, that is the means July month demand I need to know, as well as I need to know what is the forecasting of July month. If I know what is the demand and what is the forecasting of my previous month, then I can easily use this exponential smoothing method and I can predict what will be the demand in the future. Okay, so is there any doubt with this formula, class? Is there any doubt? Okay. If there any doubt, then please ask me. The next point here, the numerical is like that. This numerical we will solve now. The one of the means two-wheeler manufacturing company experience irregular but usually increasing demand. The demand was found to be 420 bike for June, 440 bike for July. The use forecasting method which take average of past year to forecast future. Using simple average method, demand forecast for June is found 320. Use smoothing coefficient 0.7 to weight the recent demand most heavily and find the demand forecast for August month. So are you getting what is the numerical, class? Okay, I try to solve this numerical. Just wait. Okay, so can you suggest how to solve this type of the numerical, class? Meanwhile, I open the one more. Okay, class.